So, howdy. The second video. A little darker than normal. Just got home from work. Again, sitting in the dad van. So, been interesting time since a week ago when I posted the first video. And a bunch of people I know have watched it. I shared it on my Facebook, so friends, family could see it. A lot of what I'm getting asked by people that don't know would be about my mother. Shine a little light on the subject here. So we're gonna go, I guess, back. As I said in my first video, growing up with my family, which was my mother and my older two brothers. I'm the youngest of three. We moved around a lot. So, which, as I said, that's okay. We moved for my brother. He had a lot of special needs. Specialist doctors, we had to move cross country for him to be seen. But the relationship, I guess, is what everybody's asking, like, what happened with your mother? So, enlighten you a little bit. So, growing up, as I said in my first video, my dad, or the happy air quotes, that'll be my theme for the videos. The person I was told my dad, of course, committed suicide when I was 2. I never knew him. I don't remember him. Nothing triggers. I've seen pictures. I got nothing. So, we had, I just got a text message. That's funny. We, as in my brothers and my mother, had a stepdad, for, I don't even remember how long. Abusive, physically abusive. But let me stop. Let me just say this. I don't want to turn these into whiny videos. How to key this correctly. I had a really crappy childhood. But that which does not kill you makes you stronger. Well, that's the truth. I'm not gonna whine about it, because I learned from it. Being a dad, having 3 daughters, I don't do to my kids what happened to me. It's kind of like the reverse teaching. Like, this happened to me, so don't do that. So I just want to throw that out there. Like, it's not a whiny, oh, poor woe it's me, I had a bad childhood. No, this is just informational. To understand everything that's going on, I just want to begin with a little backstory. So, take it for what you will. I wait for the negative comments because, hey, you're nobody until somebody bashes your video, right? So, we had an abusive stepdad. Very few memories. None of them good. None of them good at all. But I give my mother credit where credit's due. One of the few memories I have was, he was not only abusive to us, he was abusive to her. And back in the day, my mother was little, skinny, 5'4". And I remember he picked her up by her hair. Literally, he was over 6 foot. He picked her up by her hair, and she grabbed a padlock and sliced him from forehead to forehead, just straight across, temple to temple. And he called the cops on her. They arrested him. So, like I said, through everything wrong you're going to hear, and I'm assuming it's going to wind up being a series of videos. I'd like to give credit where it's due. Back in the day, my mother fought hard for us kids. She had her own demons. She still does. But when it come time to fight for her kids, I'll give her credit. She did, to an extent. So fast forward, let's see, a couple years. She divorced. His name was Bill. She divorced him. Moved us to, I want to say it was Colorado, if memory serves me. We moved around a lot. Like I said, a lot. We moved between West Virginia, Arizona, Colorado. I was born in California. But I want to say it was Colorado, and she met my stepdad, who is the man who raised me. His name is Dale. He adopted me when I was 15, and I have mad love for the man. He was the only dad I knew. And I apologize, this video is so dark. I didn't realize it was going to be this dark this early. Happy time change. So, yeah, so that's just a little bit. Growing up, I had Dale, learned a lot, taught me to play baseball, threw a football, fishing, hunting. I mean, I did all that with my dad. I never really have, even to this day, even through everything that you'll learn as this goes on, never really had a big problem with my dad. I feel more pity for the man he's married to my mother. That sounds so bad to say on public recording, but it is what it is. So that puts me probably, I was like, 6 or 7 when they got married, and they're still married, and I'm 37, so like 20, oh hell, it could be more than that, I don't even know. So growing up, as I said in my other video, I called myself the forgotten child of 3. That's my turn of phrase, the forgotten child of 3. My oldest brother is smart. Boy, that's getting really dark. Very smart. Let's see if I can adjust the light here for you. Book smart, yes. Brain smart, not so much. Doesn't exactly have the common sense. I live in a world where I'd say common sense ain't common.